Hey, like I told you, bro, if you love All American, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, whatever, woo woo. You know, I've been trying to do something different. It's my second video doing this. And shout out to Mark Dark TV. That's the reason why I've pursued to do these type of videos. And if you like the video, man, like the video. If you like the content, leave a comment or whatever shows you want me to do in the future. I'm still debating on if I want to do Snowfall since it's so deep into the season. You know, but it really depends on y'all, you know what I'm saying? So if you're interested in that, just let me know. But let's go ahead and get into the motherfucking show, though. The shit came on yesterday. You know, I was at work, I got off, I was trying to watch it, but of course, you know, my little fire stick was bullshit, so I wasn't able to watch it till just an hour ago after I got done with school and shit. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all already know what happened last episode and shit like that. Olivia drunk ass done got in a wreck, you know what I'm saying, woo woo, and the cops is pulling up. So she's panicking. She's like, Spence, I need you to go and take the rap for me, you know, woo woo. And this is a real deal situation. Even though they in Beverly Hills or whatever, it's a TV show, this be real deal situations that I can relate to and many others in the black community relates to, bro. You know, niggas got guns, they got drugs, they got all that shit. Sometimes they don't even say shit to you. They just plan it. They don't own up to it. So you gotta take the charge. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, it's trying to hit me on a deep level. But you know, she's telling Spence like, I'm gonna need you to do this, whatever, woo woo. Not whole time she ain't thinking like I could fuck up this whole nigga career and shit like that. But of course, people don't think, as a human that she is, she's not thinking about that. She's thinking about herself and how she's gonna get out of the situation because she is in fear of going to rehab. You know what I'm saying? But of course, they get saved by the bell. You know what I'm saying? That I think they said her mama's name or something like that, and they was like, you need to call your mama and we're gonna tow the car or whatever. So that's what happened on that. So Spencer ain't snitched in, but he's gonna snitch later on whenever him and the family have the little get together. Coop is still trying to drop out of school, man. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of funny because, you know, she's steady trying to drop out of school and shit, but I really ain't heard enough of her music. But besides that, like, as far as the plot and shit like that, I can understand if you're making money and shit like that off rap or music or whatever the case may be, I wouldn't be fucked up either. But, you know, like I said, she's an All-American because this is an All-American show. She has to finish school, bro. Period. So we'll see what's going to happen with that. Olivia is steady telling Spencer she's going to take care of her problem. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers deal with a lot of addiction. I mean, it's different types of addiction, whether it be alcohol, drugs, weed. You know, some motherfuckers do lines already. You know what I'm saying? Some people are addicted to porn. Some motherfuckers is addicted to cheating. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit. So what is the addict gonna do? He's gonna be in denial. So, you know what I'm saying? So, we gonna see what's gonna happen with that. And now we get to Jordan and Simone. What the fuck did this episode gotta do anything with Jordan and Simone, bro? That's what I was thinking when I first seen this shit, with this little scene. This nigga Jordan steady trying to break the news that they trying to get married or whatever, or it did happen, woo woo. And now Simone is on the chill side, like, I ain't trying to do all that. Let's go ahead, we caused enough drama already. Let's just be on the low side. Let's be low key for right now. But this nigga Jordan is fucking tripping. This nigga need to get his mind on his shit, bro. Like, does this nigga have a scholarship? Like, what is his stats for the season? I mean, like, what the fuck is going on? But anyways, so Coach Montez, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but the Beverly Hills coach wants to move Asher at DB for him to get a better chance of a scholarship. I totally agree with that. I wish I had a sports coach that was that passionate or that concerned for me. But you know, Asher, as he's matured his senior year and shit like that, he's at first, you know, of course he's upset a little bit, but now he understands like she's trying to do the best for me, so I should take this into heavy consideration. And when he talks about it with his dad later on, y'all gonna see what his response is. Coach Baker is trying to get a kicker for the squad. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like P or something. They got this fat dude out there looking all sloppy and shit. He can't kick for shit. You got old girl. Her name ends up being Lonnie. She's in the cut talking shit, you know what I'm saying, running her mouth. So she ends up kicking the ball. She's going crazy, you know what I'm saying? But to find out that she is the daughter of Denise, Y'all remember her from season 3 and whatever, like season 2. Nah, not season 3, season 2, where she was just acting all thirsty and shit like that. Yeah, her. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna get to that later. So Spencer, Jordan, Coach Baker, the wife, I don't know her name right now, Simone, you know, all of them are having a little family dinner and shit like that. Cool vibes and shit like that. And Jordan ass, he stayed trying to talk about the motherfucking marriage or whatever like that. And right, you know, Simone looking at this nigga like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? It's kind of funny. But as soon as Jordan was finna say something, Olivia, you know, cause Spencer was finna open his mouth, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and spill the beans. But Olivia, of course, is gonna step up to the plate, but she ain't tell the whole scoop. You know what I'm saying? She like, I only took a drink, whatever, woo. You know, they taking this shit hella serious. But Coach Baker's wife, I can't think of her name again, she looking across the table at Spence like, nigga, you got something to say? You know what I'm saying? And Spence spills the beans, you know what I'm saying, tells the truth as what he's supposed to do as a human being. And, you know, of course, Olivia, she storms out and shit like that, but Jordan's gonna tell her, like, I would have did the same thing if I would have known. So you can't be mad at Spencer and shit like that. And he just gives her that brother and sister comforting, you know what I'm saying? But she's really worried about just going to rehab and shit like that. She want to be away from months and be away from the people that she really cares about and shit like that. So Asher's having lunch with his dad and shit. You know, his dad going crazy. Like, what the fuck she know about football? You know, Asher's taking up for her. Like, she knows what he's doing. She know what she's doing. And, you know, Asher's dad's like, man, Spencer James is gone. This is your time to shine and woo-woo. And so that's kind of like the buildup of what we know, the conversation that's going to happen between Asher's dad and the coach at Beverly Hills. You know what I'm saying? At Beverly. And, Cooper's still trying to drop out. So she sees Spencer's mother, you know, walking in the hallway. And so she's trying to butt her up and talk about some, I need you to talk to my mama for me, whatever, woo, about me dropping out completely, you know what I'm saying? And of course, Spencer's mom give her that motivational spiel like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing? You need to go ahead and get your diploma, woo, woo, you know what I'm saying? So you gonna see what happens with Coop later on. Livia trying to find a sponsor, but we find out that she lost the sponsor. And now everybody's going crazy because they can't find Liv. Liv takes the keys of Jordan's whip. And she's going around looking for the sponsorship like that that's been MIA for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? So of course, everybody's calling her. Spence, Coach Baker, her mama, Jordan, Simone. Like, everybody's blowing her up, bro. She answers the phone for Jordan, you know what I'm saying, to let her know, like, I ain't dead type shit. So, you know what I'm saying, of course. Because, you know, Jordan, you know, that brother and sister connection, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of self-explanatory on why she would call him. And Spencer moms checks Spencer and gives him the real about friends in general. So I actually like this scene a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because it really, it kind of reminded me of my mother, you know what I'm saying? Them talks she gave me back when I was a little bit younger about friends and how they would throw you under the bus. And even though she told me about that shit, I still had to learn shit the hard way whenever, you know what I'm saying, I had my little situation. She would tell Spencer, like, bro, you stay to worry about Olivia and shit like that, but shit, she wasn't worried about you when she was trying to have you take up the rap for her because she don't want to take accountability for herself. And, you know, Spencer's like, man, fuck. So shit, in the meantime, when everybody gone and shit like that, he gonna call his little therapist and they gonna have a little session. But before that, Asher Dad, he confronts the Beverly coach, you know what I'm saying, about a decision. But she, you know what I'm saying, she her little sassy ass, she's gonna, what she say? She was like, college is not for the weak, period. And she knows that Asher has a lot of potential. So she just trying to get that nigga right. And of course the dad, he's been like the asshole of the series. So ain't nobody really fucked up about what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? But Spencer goes and sees his therapist and gives him a real. The therapist tell him like, bro, you steady, you know what I'm saying? Well, everybody been saying all this. Everybody's catching on now. Like, this nigga Spencer trying to help everybody out. That shit is getting annoying as fuck now. Like, I ain't gonna lie. So the therapist like, bro, you need to look out for yourself. Self-care is not selfish, and I completely agree. You know what I'm saying? You know, you supposed to be an All-American, bro. This show is pretty much about you, but you always worried about everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's how we look at it on the outside. And, you know, Spencer takes that in heavy consideration. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to hear from a man to really digest what people, your mama or whatever female's been telling you. And I completely agree with that. But Liv goes back to drink. Okay, Liv throws it before all this. Liv, you know, when she first called the sponsor, she threw away her little water bottle which had liquor in it. She throws away in the trash can. She goes back to the school, gets the bottle because she's stretched out. She hits the bottle. As soon as she hits the bottle, the same phone she been calling for the sponsor, the roommate of the sponsor was like, Liv was like, why do you have her phone? To find out, old girl in the county, she thugging. You know what I'm saying? She's been arrested because she's been going through her own shit. And, you know, this is a real touchy moment and shit like this. So the sponsor gives Olivia the real, like, bro, you need to get on your shit. You need to, you know what I'm saying, whatever you need, whenever you need to do to get better, do it, because you're going to end up just like me. And you need to be lucky that you got family that's still that cares about you and shit like that. So that was a real touchy moment. But Denise comes to let Coach Baker know she's allowing the daughter to play and gives Coach Baker some advice. So, you know, Denise come in the motherfucking spot. You know, Coach Baker's looking for her daughter. He's asking around and shit like that. So Denise comes at the wrong time, like talking about her daughter. Ooh, this black running from the side of her mouth. And I'm surprised. I thought Coach Baker was gonna spaz like he did on Spencer earlier, but he didn't. And eventually, Coach Baker tells Denise what's going on. So Denise butters up like, man, you need to leave her a voicemail, let her know how much you love her and shit like that. And she'll come around. Okay. Coach Baker gives her a voicemail, and you know that was cool. You know what I'm saying? That's good dad's supposed to, real nigga activity. You know what I'm saying? But before Liv goes to see her people and shit like that, she's gonna pull up on Spencer. And Spencer's finna check her ass, like straight up, like, man, you need to get on your shit. Like, you don't even care about yourself. You don't care about me. You put me in a fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying? He ain't say it just like that, but you know he kind of said it like in a mellow, serious way. And of course that brings some tears to Liv, and she like, you don't deserve that. So you know how that shit go. They probably broke up and shit like that. We'll see what happens with that. And conclusion is, Liv finally goes home. And the whole family agrees that they're gonna go to like the, I don't know what to call it, but the meetings that Liv's been going to already. They're all gonna go as a family to support her. And that's 100, man. I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening on that, and that was the end of the episode. And I like how, you know, even though this episode was basically about Liv, she's still annoying as fuck. But I hope she gets her shit together, bro, and she can just be normal, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see what happens, you know what I'm saying? And Spencer, we'll see if Spencer finally gets on the shit and just go crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, he's supposed to, because I forgot to mention that the UCLA coach or something like that is not ain't there no more, so he can't, something's going on with that, so he has a lot to worry about football, so he needs to get on this shit. And Jordan, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I'm losing hope for Jordan. That nigga Jordan probably is gonna go to college, just, I don't know, but he ain't finna be no motherfucking college quarterback, man. He don't give a fuck about that shit. But if you like All-American, man, if you enjoy the content, bro, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll continue to make this type of content along with my reactions and shit like that. Eventually, I will be making a separate channel that's, you know what I'm saying, that's just different from my reactions, you know what I'm saying, because I don't want to just, you feel me, just unorganized. I'm just putting it out there to see, to let it touch the waters, and you know what I mean. But I'm gonna fuck with y'all when I fuck with y'all. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoy, hit the bell notification. I'm gonna fuck with y'all when I fuck with y'all, bro. I'm out here.